The Puissance is all about jumping the big red wall. Puissance is French for power. The world record for jumping the Puissance wall stands at just over 7'10", and the Horse of the Year show record is held by Ben Maher. And that was just over 7'3" on a horse called Apollin du Fouquet.
Well, we've seen the Puissances. I join one of the specialists now. Ben Maher, you've won Puissances all around the world. You've been up there at 7'3". We're at your home now, taking a look at the training wall and thinking about, Ben, how you would train a horse for a Puissance. Now, what are the first steps you go through?
Well, in my instance with my Puissance horse, it was a bit of luck, really. I decided to put him in a Puissance class one time because he was not jumping as well in the normal classes, and we found that he loved it and enjoyed it, and that was where his expertise lied. So I think to train a horse for a wall, you'd have to just try them and see if they're brave enough to want to do it.
Now, obviously, we're here at home with you. If we're training for a Puissance, obviously in the ring, we're looking for as high as they can go. I don't suppose you necessarily do that at home. You're just looking at the method, getting over the wall, getting them used to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my Puissance horse at home, I would concentrate on more of the approach. I would get a nice sort of strong together canter that suits him, and keep the same pace the whole way down to the wall. And then I would put a little bit more pressure on him just at the last minute to get sort of the big burst of energy to get over it.
What sort of position would you be looking for? Where are you looking to take off to a wall like this?
Well, I think a standard jump would be sort of 2 of my paces away from the wall, which would be kind of, I don't know where I'm stood here. Everybody has different opinions. With this horse in particular, I think that it's better with a little bit more room, like I would jump a normal fence.
If we're talking training at home, how much time do you spend going over the wall?
Well, I'm lucky. I have probably, he's a bit older now, I think he's 16, but he is one of the best Puissance horses. And he never sees a jump from one show to the next. He doesn't do any other shows in between. And I would jump a few smaller fences on him, maybe 3 weeks before, 2 weeks before, and he will see the wall maybe one time the week before he would go to either Horse of the Year show or Belfast or Olympia. And if everything was good, we load him up and take him down there.
And Ben, we're sitting at, I don't know, 5'10", 5'11" here at the moment. When you're going up there over 7'3", 7'4", what's that like as a feeling for you?
It's a great feeling if I jump clear, obviously. I think a lot of people have asked me that, and I think it all depends on the horse you're sitting on. That horse for this job would be like driving a Ferrari, for instance. I can already come to the height it's at now, knowing that he hasn't jumped it for a year, and he'll just pop over it like it was a cross pole. If I was on another horse in the yard, for instance, that was half the size of him or wasn't as brave as him, then I'd probably closing my eyes and kicking as hard as I could. But my approach, and I stay focused, and obviously I'm very happy if he jumps it.
And riders that are coming up and maybe looking to go into one of these type of classes, they think they've got a horse that might be good at it. What's your advice? What's your tip, if you like?
Well, I think this class is fantastic. Unfortunately, it's probably everybody recognises our sport with the big red wall, which there is a lot more to it. But it's worked very well for me, and people do love to come to the shows and watch this. I think a lot of the second sort of shows, the more national circuits, are starting to put these classes back on again. So to either try one of them or to build a wall yourself at home like I did here, and practice at home and see if your horse can do it.
And one of the shows that has put a Puissance on in the last few months was Arena UK, where in their Puissance, Laura Renwick was out there in the action. In the 4th round, there were 3 of them fighting it out over the big wall at 2 metres 5. And it was Laura Renwick that was the only one to make it over the top. And she nearly went right over the top as she landed on her horse, Twister.
I think my bravery is not quite what it was, but John has ridden in many Puissances and been successful in them, and I think he knew that the mare could jump a huge fence, and she proved it. You know, you just have to have trust in your horse, I think, and luckily she was as brave as a lion, and I just went with her, and I nearly fell off the other side. So.